I have been given a 19th century Yorkshire-made hand loom. Sorry, I'm still just trying to process how cool that is. So yeah, I knew a guy who wanted rid of this beautiful beast, and I was offered it. So obviously I said no. Hell no. Where am I going to put something like that? I don't have room for. Where's my measuring tape? And it turns out if I just carve out 10 centimeters of wall in the right place, it would fit with all of 1 centimeter to spare. And if that's not the voice of God telling me I should have it, I don't know what is. I did have a lot of work to do in a hurry to get the room ready for it because it was crammed full of junk, and also it had never been finished. So I had to basically build and decorate the rest of the room in a hurry before this guy needed the loom out of the house he was selling. So I did all that, and I went and collected it with Anthony in his van, and my loom nerd friends helped me solve the giant 3D puzzle of putting it back together again, and here it is. Let me give you a quick tour. It's entirely human-powered. The single treadle forms the shed by way of raising a knife, which lifts whichever hooks get pushed in its way by the pins stuck in the lags, and those hooks raise the shafts. So I can write patterns for it using wooden pegs stuck in holes in bits of wood. What's the thing that comes right before steampunk? Cottage industrial punk? Loom punk. And the beater, which is charmingly called the going part in Yorkshire weaving parlance, advances the cloth beam, very slowly, by way of this awesome system of levers, cables, ratchets, and gears. The warp tension is maintained by the warp beam having a friction brake on it, which consists of a bit of fat rope, wound round a few times, and a big heavy weight pulling on that rope. And you can change the tension by moving the weight up and down this arm. Gorgeously low-tech. When I got it, it had a warp on it already, about 15 yards of this lovely, very soft, fine gray wool. And it was threaded on 5 shafts in a weft-faced sateen, which is lovely, but I'm really more of a tweed person. So I cut it, pulled it back through the shafts, rearranged everything, and rethreaded it to a herringbone twill, which took me a week of sitting inside the loom and pulling 1,600 knot ends through one by one. I mean, the cloth is a lovely, soft, shirtweight tweed, but I might make the warp of something not quite so fine next time, life being quite short and all. The loom has the famous labor-saving flying shuttle. So the shuttle is housed in a box and is thrown to a box on the other side and back again by these arms when I flick this handle back and forth. And it's got a drop box for changing among up to 4 weft colors, although at the moment I'm just weaving that straightforward herringbone twill with the 1 color weft. But when I have woven 5 yards of this for a big full skirt, I'm planning to add in a fun overcheck pattern onto the basic background for a fancy check waistcoat to go with it. Adding an overcheck is a thing I didn't even know was possible till I learned about it at the museum, so I'll make a whole video about that process right after I finish the 5 yards I need for this skirt. Right after that. Really soon. God, this does come on quite slowly, doesn't it?